We've just done some buttonholes using the automatic buttonhole foot 5A, but you also have in this machine the manual buttonhole foot. So it's very similar. It does have those little grooves underneath, so it will track the legs of the buttonhole and keep them nice and even. This would be used for if you needed a buttonhole that is longer than the automatic one allows you to go. So if you needed a buttonhole that was this big, this would be the right foot. So as soon as you take this off, then you don't have where you can dial in how big you want your buttonhole to be. So, but do make sure that you don't have the IDT option on. We're going to just do the regular buttonhole. You do need some stabilizer, but notice there's a new symbol on screen. This is the reverse button. So anytime, once I get to the length I want it to be, I can touch the reverse button and then it will turn to the next step. So if after it sews the first leg, then it'll turn to the bar tack and so forth. But you will need to actually mark on your fabric the length you want to do the buttonhole. So you might have 2 pins or 2 dots. So I'm going to start here because it does show with the green arrow that this is my start point and it's going to stitch away from me first. So as I go in, I'm going to just make sure my needle comes down directly over that first mark I made. And then I'm going to go ahead and stitch. So it's going to go ahead and do the satin stitch up. Now I am watching for that second dot. Here I am. And then at that point I'm going to touch the reverse button. You see the green arrow changes on screen, so it's showing me I'm going to do the tack. And it's pre-programmed for that length. So now the buttonhole comes back down, this time the right side. And once again I'm in charge of stopping it. And then I'll touch the reverse button again. And then it will go ahead and do the tack and its lock and the cut. So it's all integrated at once into that buttonhole. Now you notice that the little reverse button does go away, and that buttonhole is remembered. So this symbol comes up. Well, let's touch a little question mark. That is the repeat buttonhole symbol. So if this was the correct length, it will go ahead and do that again and again. So if now all I would need would be the starting point, and it would go ahead and repeat that length. So it actually kind of counted the amount of stitches that it did, and then that's what it's actually holding in its memory. I love that it does that, and it actually just did it without me asking. So if I did need to clear that out, I can go ahead and just pick another buttonhole and come back, and you'll notice that I'll have that symbol up again, which means it doesn't know the length that I'm doing, and we'll need to have that programmed in again. Let me show you next how to do a corded buttonhole.